Welcome to A Women's Brew, where women talk about beer. In today's episode, we're discussing hop sodas, and in the interest of time, we better hop to it. I'm Joanne, and this is Tori.
Hello, hello.
And we're two beer-loving women on a mission to get more people drinking and talking about great beer. Come join us. This is one of your worst ones. Hop to it.
One of the worst ones or one of the best ones. It's up to you. You decide. You absolutely decide. So, I mean, it got to the point. It delivered exactly what's there. Shortest delivery ever. You didn't even have to do a big long spiel.
I didn't.
3 seconds a
sentence. Right there. Anyway, hop sodas, hop water, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's what we're going to look at today.
Yeah, it's like in the US, it seems like they call them hop water because soda water. But also, it's like hop soda, hopped soda. There's lots of different ways to call it. I guess, to be fair, one's called hop soda and Northern Monks is called hop water. So
we've got one of each.
Same. So yeah, today we are going to look at hop sodas. So just a very high level, sort of quick introduction to it. It's basically hops that are added to a soda base, which is typically either like carbonated water or a mixture of water, sweeteners and natural flavours. And basically the hops are left to impart their goodness on the water. So it's not like there's no grains involved. There's nothing there that's like going to make it alcoholic whatsoever. It's just meant to make a nice, refreshing, sparkling water, if you will, using the hops to give the flavours and the aromas. So that is. I mean, it's pretty straight to the point. It is as simple as that. Interestingly, when I was like looking up what how to define a hop soda or a hop water or whatever you want to call it, there's lots of like home brewing recipes how to do it. And I mean, they keep saying like home brewing, and it's on like home brewing websites, but it's pretty much just like using your kit to like boil water, add in hops, some lemon juice, sometimes there's a bit of sugar, sometimes there's a little bit of variation on what else you can put in it, but it's pretty simple. I think all you really need to buy is like the hops, maybe some lemon juice if you don't already have that, and then you're away. You can do it. It'd be interesting to see trying to make it.
Have you then got to carbonate it though?
I don't know, because like not all of them say you need to carbonate it, so I don't know if it's maybe sparkling ones versus more still ones.
Because if you boil it, you're going to lose the carbonation if you use sparkling water. So it's got to be flat unless you're forced carbonating it.
Yeah, I think some of them. I think there's various. Some of them might be flat.
I don't know how I feel about flat hoppy water.
It might be alright actually.
I don't know.
Because I'm not a big. So the whole reason I don't like hard seltzers is because I don't like how carbonated they are.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. I don't like soda water. Like, whenever I'm going over to Germany for work, I'm like,
that's the worst.
Water, please.
There is nothing worse than going to like a restaurant or something, and they're like, "Do you want water?" And you're like, "Yes." And then you get it, and like, especially if you're in a country where you don't speak the language, you don't read the language, and they've given you like a bottle or 2 bottles, and you pick one, pour it, and then you go, "Shit, it's sparkling." Or you take a sip of it, and you go, "Oh."
Yeah.
It is the worst.
Whenever we're over there, like me and the other English people are like, "And where is the non-sparkling water, please?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you lot drink non-sparkling water."
I feel like sparkling water is sort of like the higher tiered, like more expensive. But I'm like, no, I don't like it.
I just want normal water, please.
Saying that, I'll have flavoured sparkling waters, because those are not like the ones that I get from Tesco. They're not aggressively carbonated.
Yeah.
It's when it's so carbonated that it's so dry that you're like,
yeah, it's what they refer to as the carbonic bite.
Yeah, I
from
don't
it.
like that.
That's a term that gets used on beer as well. Like your Bud Light, so your light American lager, because it's not got a huge amount of flavour about it.
What are you talking about?
That
it's so
carbonation is part of the refreshing part of it with the carbonic bite, but I don't like it. So
yeah,
each to their own. Enjoy whatever you enjoy. It's not for me.
I'm not a fan of it either. Usually, if it's like a little bit more mild, I can handle it. But yeah, that's exactly why I don't like the hard seltzers. It's just it's too much. it's too much and it's just too aggressive, and it's like I feel like sometimes you don't even get the flavors at all. Like they'll be like, oh, there's these intense flavors here, but it just absolutely kills the flavors for me.
No,
and I'm
not
like,
for
I
me.
can't enjoy it.
And if I'm going to have alcohol, then I'll have a beer, thanks.
Yeah. I think even the pumpkin spice one we had, I was like,
yeah.
I want to like this because it's pumpkin spice, but I don't like it. Yeah, but no. I've not really had, I've had, one of the ones we're going to do today. So we've got Only With Love, their Citra and Apricot hop soda. We've got a Northern Monk Sabro infused sparkling water. We've got one that is the Northern Monk, that is the hop water with mango. So it's Citra, but also has mango added to that. So that'll be interesting. And then I've got a Cloudwater soda that is raspberry and rhubarb lemonade. Now, I've had many Cloudwater sodas. Yeah. I really like them. To me, they're really good. But that's because they are more, from my experience, definitely more like fruity, juicy, just a nice alternative for something else to drink. That is, they're normally quite like, they're thicker, they're more just juicy overall. So I quite like the Cloudwater sodas myself, but the other ones I don't really know what to expect. Like, you've had one of them.
Yeah, so I've had the Only With Love Citra and Apricot. I've also had their Sabro and Peach one. Yeah, they're all right. I'm not a massive soda drink. I don't drink soda like at all, like any fizzy drinks anymore. So that's a bit of a barrier for me. But yeah, no, I think they're a refreshing option, and of course they are non-alcoholic as well. So it's kind of like you're having it's something that's beer adjacent.
Yeah,
but it's not got alcohol in it. So
I think for me, yeah, again, like, what we're going to try to come out of this episode today with is like, would we actually choose to drink any of these instead of like, it's obviously not going to be compared to beer because you're just not going to, it's just not going to meet that match. But I don't know what to expect from it. My brain is like, are these going to be so aggressive that they're like basically a hard seltzer? Because I don't know if I can
tell you
that.
This one isn't, because I've had it. The Only With Love one is not that aggressive because I didn't mind it. But I can't tell you about the Northern Monk. We will discover that as we go through them.
Yes, I think if we start with the Only With Love one, what I quite liked about this, and this is, I mean, it's the same thing, I guess, with any of these. So Only With Love also make kombuchas, they make beers, they make a lot of things. And I think the fact they're making hop sodas, I would actually say
they make non-alcoholic bit like low ABV beers as well.
Yeah, and I think so. The difference for me, like with the Cloudwater soda, I'm not so much with that because you can get that from Cloudwater's website, but like the Northern Monk water, I mean, unless they've started doing it regularly as opposed to just like a limited.
Kind of a one-off, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think like with Only With Love, this is sort of like one of their regular offerings as well as kombucha. And I think actually, if this tastes good, I'd be more likely to, if I was going to put in an order for beer, I would also put in, like, it's more accessible, I personally think, if it's a brewery that offers this as a regular thing, like Cloudwater does with their soda. It is something that if you offer that as a regular thing, someone can put in an order, and then they can also go, and also some non-alcoholic things for the week. Yeah. And you're almost not being forced to go out and buy it on its own, like as its own special ordering. So I quite liked that about them. So,
let's give it a go.
Give it a go.
So this has also got, so it's 0 ABV, 0 caffeine, 0 sugar, 0 calories. It's also got apple cider vinegar in it.
Interesting.
Which is good for gut health. So, I also believe that Only With Love use Spectrum in it for the hops, which is a liquid hop product. So, rather than using like pellets or whatever. So
yeah, I do like this is designed for better well-being, and it's like they say that, but it's not just because they're like, oh, you're not drinking beer. There's like other actually good things behind it, and it says just water, natural fruit, hops, healthy dash of apple cider vinegar, 0 sugar. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, serve chilled, crack it, and glug.
Oh, it's already looking like it's going to be hard seltzery though. It already looks like hard seltzer. It's just like,
I think it smells nice.
Murky looking water. But it does smell nice, I'll give it that. I feel like I get the Citra.
Yeah.
So in terms of In terms of what we should... Do you want to remind us what we should get out of Citra hops?
So Citra, obviously it's called Citra, so you're going to get some citrus notes in there, but it's also quite a fruity one. You want to be looking for things like peach, apricot, which goes quite well because it's got apricot in it.
I think that's probably a choice that was made.
Yeah. Passion fruit, lemon, melon, and other tropical fruits. Like, this is just a classic, like, hop.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like,
I feel like
people
most
use
people
it.
use Citra.
Citra Mosaic, just used in everything.
But no broccoli in this one.
No, well, that's
no
from Mosaic though. I don't get
There's
that
no
from
brocks
Citra.
in the
Citra. I always
Citra.
get like when I kind of get stone fruit and probably more like grapefruit, lemon and lime.
Yeah.
I tend to get from.
I think
from
this
Citra.
one, the smell of this one for me is definitely like lemon, stone fruit.
Lemon and apricot.
Yeah, it's interesting how flavourful that smell is though compared to. Let's see how it tastes.
It's not overly carbonated.
No, it's for me. It is like the right level of carbonation. I don't mind it. There's like a bit of dryness to it.
Yeah.
It's a bit tizzy on the tongue.
Yeah.
It's not too bad actually.
I think the flavour profile is good, like, because that apricot's making it a little bit creamy almost. Like, it's refreshing.
It is refreshing. I mean, it is. I think like there is still just enough of that like soda water.
Yeah.
That for me, it's not something that I'd normally drink anyways.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it from the first few sips.
It's just fruity, really.
It is, yeah. Do you feel like for this one that you could, like, is there a time and place that you would drink this more regularly, or is it just like flat out like, yeah, I just wouldn't actually drink it that much?
I mean, maybe. Like, I think it's drinkable. I just don't drink soda.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm drinking, I will have. If I'm not drinking an alcoholic beer, like an alcoholic drink while I'm out, then I'll probably have juice.
I see. Like, I normally go like Diet Coke.
See, I don't drink fizzy
if I'm
drinks
out
at all. So that kind of takes this off the table for me.
That's fair. Yeah, I think when I go out, it's normally like if I'm not having an alcoholic drink, I'll have like a Diet Coke. But I mean, I don't. To be honest, like in terms of my like drinking habits in general, I don't. We have. It's really weird because I feel like I work with people that literally crack cans of full fat Coke at like 10 o'clock. And we'll have that pretty much all day. And like for me, I'm like, I just can't. Like, we have maybe one Diet Coke, or it's like Pepsi Max or Diet Coke. We don't even drink full fat Coke. We'll have like one on a Friday, one on a Saturday, one on a Sunday with dinner. That's like a weekend. Like it's really weird. It's like
treat.
We're like weekend treat, but it's just like during a weekday we just don't tend to have it. I have water. It's really I have coffee and water, and that is pretty much.
I'll do squash. Like I'll have a squash as well. But like I found several years back that very like really carbonated drinks hurt my stomach, so I stopped drinking them.
That's fine.
And so I mean, this isn't overly carbonated, so it wouldn't be a problem. But like, I just don't drink them anymore. Also, like, they're full of sugar. So I was just like, I'll just have water or juice instead. So.
I don't even have juice that much. Like, weirdly, I always have juice in the fridge.
I know, so
I barely ever actually use it. I barely ever actually drink it.
Juice at home. We just have water, squash, coffee. It's probably all we have.
It's interesting, like, when you actually take stock of, like, when I go, what do I actually drink on a regular basis? And I go, it's like coffee in the morning, and then water or flavoured water in the evening. On the weekend, we have one Diet Coke a night. And I'm
like, if I'm at a pub and I'm designated driver, I'll drink, like, a J2O. So I'll have a juice.
Yeah, I think for me, it's definitely an interesting flavour. It's not, so this is not too, this hop soda is not too carbonated. It's fair enough. It smells really nice. I think the flavours, like, there are flavours there, but for me there's not like there's less flavour in this than there is in the sparkling flavoured waters that I get from the supermarket.
And I would say that if you stuck this in front of me and didn't tell me it was a hot water, I'd just assume it was like an apricot flavoured water.
Yeah.
I'm not like picking out hops specifically, you know.
But then I think that's probably like with Citra, like I feel like some of it could be like if you gave this to me, I would almost think not so much like I don't even get the apricot flavour that much. For me it's more like lemon, so I just feel like I got a lemon, like a citrusy infused sparkling water. But it's not bad, like you said, it is drinkable. But for me, habit wise, do I think that I would go and buy a bunch of them? No, but then again, I'm not the person that enjoys drinking this. I think if you like drinking soda waters,
I don't think we're the target market for these.
No, but I think it would be interesting to see how Rick gets on with it, to see if he likes this, because I feel like he would probably be like, oh, that's an interesting alternative to other things that could be had. But yeah, it's a nice little sampling one, and I don't think it's
got a nice flavour to it. I think the flavours are well balanced. If this is the kind of thing that you enjoy drinking, I think I would recommend it to you. Like if you want to try hop soda, you want to try like a flavoured water that's a bit different, I'd probably recommend it to you.
I think what I've noticed though is I feel like there's that dryness at the end, almost similar with beer. It's like you kind of have to go back for another sip, and it does dry your mouth out like a little bit towards the end. So whereas like when you don't have sparkling carbonated water and it's just normal water, you actually kind of feel like your mouth isn't as dry. So I think that's the only thing that I don't enjoy about, probably the main thing I don't enjoy about sparkling waters. But right, moving on. Let us try
Northern Monk. So this is Sabro infused. It's just got Sabro in it. Let's have a look. No sweetener, no sugar, no caffeine, no calories, nothing artificial. Hops are known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, as well as supporting a peace of mind. Water and hops, that's all that's in it.
Yeah, again, it's like that hope that when they're like, you can homebrew your own hot water. And it's so funny because it's literally just like water, hops, maybe a squirt of lemon juice.
So on this one, it says sparkling water, fresh from the north, amped up with Sabro hops to refresh and save your soul. Hop flavours, lime, coconut.
I was going to say, like, I was just about to go, shall we sort of have a run through of Sabro? Lime was coconut's what came to my brain. Lime.
Pineapple. I wouldn't have said lime.
I wouldn't have said lime either.
So I found that interesting. Like, when I think of Sabro, I think coconut and pineapple.
Yeah.
That's what I get from Sabro.
I just think immediately my brain just goes coconut.
Pina colada is what you get from Sabro.
The lime is an interesting choice. I wonder if it's maybe like...
Although, someone said to me the other week with Sabro that they get green fruit pastels.
I feel like...
was like,
I have heard something about this somewhere. I, again, have never really had fruit pastels. So what is like the flavour of green?
Lime.
Is it lime?
Yeah, it's lime. So I was like, oh. But, you know, it's not real lime because it's like a green fruit pastel. Like.
I just think like out of fruit flavours, like green... The green flavour's not one of my favourites.
I like green flavour. Green and red.
Red. I feel like red is...
Everyone loves red. If you don't love
Have you
red,
ever met somebody that
red,
goes, oh, red, not for me. I don't like that. There's a reason why, like, when you have packs of Starburst, that, like, people fight over, like, the red and the pink ones because they are, like, the top tier flavours. Because those are always, like, the berries, the nice, like, fruity berries.
Yeah.
That is genuinely, I've noticed that.
Like, what is wrong with you if you don't like the red flavour in anything?
Everyone fights for the red flavour, I feel like. Let us know if you don't like the red flavour, because I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know if I've ever met someone.
Like, so packet of fruit pastels, red, purple, top tier, then green, then there's yellow and orange.
I feel like yellow and green are bottom for me. Orange is mid.
I'll just eat your greens, it's fine.
Orange is mid for me, because I'm like, that's fine, I can do an orange.
Orange goes to the bottom.
Anytime there's like exotic flavours though, and there's blue, I'm going to pick blue.
I was
going to
say, blue is your... Like, blue is not a flavour.
Blue is...
I keep telling you that blue is not a
flavour.
Blue
is my top tier flavour. For me, it's blue and red alongside each other. Purple also up there. Pink also up there when there's pink involved. Right? All of those up there. Because those are like the juicy berries and the fruit, like the super, super fruity ones. And then it's like orange. I go, orange is a bit mid.
Orange is at the bottom.
Orange is fine. It's good. Like it's fruity. It does the job. It's fine. And then for me, the lemon and lime are always like worst tier. I'm like,
No, green. You've got to have green up there. And it's fine because I'll just eat your green.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
But also, I was going to say
trade.
I'll get you a packet of fruit pastels, but they're chewy and you just complain about them.
But then you could have the rest of them. That would be the bonus. It's like, I would just have one and then I'd go, it's too much. You can have it.
I'm bored now. And then I get to have the rest of the packet.
And then I go bored and then I spit it out. And I'm
There's no blue, though, in
fine.
fruit pastels.
That's
sorry.
fine. I'll have red.
Because blue's not a thing.
I'll just have a red. Yeah, with the lime on this, I wonder if it's like, you know how I was saying that a lot of the quote-unquote recipes are like water and then there's some level of like citrus in it.
Well, I feel like
it does say hop.
Ingredients.
It does say hop flavours, lime and coconut. Maybe it is coming from the hop, but I don't know if that's maybe...
Because the ingredients are just water and hops. I feel like they'd have to put lime on there.
Yeah, they would.
If they put lime juice in it.
This could be interesting. All right, let's give it a go.
This.
Again, it looks...
this one's very...
This one's way more clear than...
clear. Like, I suppose it's got a little bit of, like, what I would think of as... Oh.
This looks more carbonated.
Just smell it.
It's more carbonated and far more clear than the other. This one's like, I could see right through it.
I was going to say it's got, like, a yellowy tinge to it. I'm going to say that's the hops have given that.
Yeah, it's very, very subtle.
Yeah.
It is very subtle, that tinge. But yeah, you're probably right.
Can you smell it, please?
I don't know how I feel. It smells like lime.
No, it smells like veg.
Yeah, now that you've put that in my head,
water.
Immediately it was lime
and
for
then
me.
lime, and then veg.
For
veg
me,
water and then lime.
It looks like it is going to be.
So they've used they've used hot, probably pellets or something because
it does
you're getting that like vegetable bit from the actual.
I was going to say, what I will say about it is the smell does smell like when you are like touching pellets. It smells like pellet hop, like hop.
It smells like hops, yeah. It's a bit too vegetable for my liking. I'm getting lime. I'm not getting coconut.
I'm not getting coconut,
which I would expect from Sabro.
I'm very much getting lime. I was going to just say lime until you said vegetable, and now I'm like, oh, you're right, it is a bit. But I would say, like, visually as well, with the carbonation bubbles compared to the carbonation bubbles that happened here, I sort of expect this one to be more carbonated.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
All right, ready, go.
It's not as aggressive as I thought, but
there is that sparkling water carbonic thing going on in it.
Yeah, which I expect that. That's fair. But it's not too aggressive for me. It's not too aggressive in the carbonation level, but I don't see Sabro.
It's not got a lot of flavour, is it? Like it's a very light touch of flavour?
I feel like it's mostly lime.
I don't really taste anything. Like there's a little bit.
To be fair, I actually think that the first one tasted like a soda water that had been flavoured. This one does. I do taste hop in it though. It tastes like they've got fizzy water and they've chucked some hops in it, and that's what it is. So I'm like, but like that first one where we kind of went, I don't really get hop. I wouldn't say that I get. I wouldn't say I get Sabro specifically.
No,
it doesn't get. It doesn't weird. Take from the Sabro what I love about Sabro. Yeah. It is quite literally just, it tastes like you've made something with plants, which you have.
Yeah, that one's not for me because it does just taste like sparkling water, and I'm not a sparkling water fan.
I'm just trying to there's something to that taste that I'm like, because it tastes like sparkling water for me, but it's not too carbonated. But I can't imagine myself. For me, if you are a sparkling water drinker again, like you'd like this.
Yeah, you'd like it.
But I think if you were looking for Sabro and you were buying it because you love Sabro and you were looking for an alternative, for me, it wouldn't do it.
No, out of these two, I'd buy the Only with Love.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be misled with this
Yeah.
one because Sabro, there's going to be coconut, it's going to be
No.
just a bit more tropical, and it's not. It's lime and vegetable.
Yes, I'm interested to try this mango one. Actually, let's crack that.
Let's see,
open.
but do I need to do anything
got to turn
specifically?
it
Yeah, I
over.
don't know. It says no sweeteners, no caffeine, no
so this
added
one,
sugar.
so whereas the other one just says hops and water, this one's water, hops, apple juice concentrate, and mango extract.
Interesting.
So there's actual fruit in this one.
Yeah, sparkling water, fresh from the north, amped up with citra, hops, and mango to refresh and save your soul.
So hop flavours, mango and passion fruit. Yeah, that's what we said about citra earlier. And mango,
Citrus tropical. So, it's interesting, actually. Because then, that's got to just be the hop that they're getting that lime from. And definitely because that is, they would have broken it down further.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It doesn't say anything about rolling the can or
No.
nothing like that. So I don't know. Let's crack it open and find out.
I mean, I'm going to assume this isn't smoothie-esque.
No, but when I see mango in it, I'm like, okay, how is this going to work?
Well, it's mango extract,
Yeah.
not actual mango.
Oh yeah, no, it just looks like
And apple juice.
that is what I think is the interesting part, the mango juice.
Apple juice.
Apple juice. That's what I think is interesting. Is
They're the same colour.
yeah.
Both of the Northern Monk ones are the same colour. This one's got fatter carbonation bubbles in it.
Smells like mango.
Smells like mango. It's not got that vegetable thing that the other one's got, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
It smells like mango.
It smells like mango and it's just tropical mango. I don't really get passion fruit a little bit maybe. But I think it's more heavily mango.
Yeah.
I think like the passion fruit, it's hard to know if it's passion fruit because when you have just those overall tropical elements, it's hard to, sometimes it can be like quite hard to pick out what is what.
Yeah.
It smells nice. It smells appealing.
Yeah, it
I
smells
think
appealing.
out of all of them so far, aroma-wise, this is the most appealing to me.
Yeah. Again, it's not got much flavour.
I don't. Okay, let me.
It's a bit. Go on.
Let me have another sip. Hang on. It's there.
It feels perfumey.
I think it smells more mango than it tastes.
Yeah.
I think it tastes more citrus. If we're going to go with any flavours, it's more citrus with like a tiny bit of mango. But I think because you smell it and you go, it smells like mango, you're expecting that. And it smells so boldly of mango that you're expecting the flavour is going to be really pronounced.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm getting hops from this one.
No. This feels like it just was... It feels like it is just probably the extract that you're getting more than anything else.
No. So those are not for me.
I agree. I think part of my issue with these, again, like us coming at it from the not our target demographic sort of situation.
Yeah.
I think part of my problem is I like fuller flavour and I like more bold flavours. So I feel like if I'm going to have something, I want it to be more of a bold flavour. And these
Like
just
if I'm
don't.
going to drink water, I'll drink water.
Even squash, I feel like you get more
flavour
from squash.
I don't. This is like I want more from it. I'm not getting enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I'll drink that instead of a glass of water. Like,
and this is it. Is I think this is again where it comes down to like it's not our target
no,
demographic,
we're not the people for this.
And I think people like will probably go, well, why'd you make this then if he's not for you? It's like, well, I've never had one before personally, and I wanted to try it, and I know that I don't like soda waters, but I like Cloudwater soda.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know how similar or different these are going to be. So, like, let's give it a go and see if I like it. See if there's one I do like. But I think these probably are as they're intended to be. And it's just, for me, the level of boldness and flavours I like.
I'm sat here in that mango flavour, that's what we're going to call it. It's like lingering in my mouth.
It does kind of have a little bit of like the artificial element to it.
I'm not enthused by that.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know sort of like how well these have gone down with people.
Yeah.
if people have gone, oh, I actually really like it, and you know, it's replacing some nights of drinking for me or something. But I don't think I get, like you said, I don't think it's really like the hop element you're getting out of it at all. It's more the extract, and even then, like the mango is still giving me heavy citrus vibes, and it's not landing in a, like the mango's landing in a slightly more artificial flavour, and almost maybe like a bit too either over or underripe. I can't really. Even though I know it's not actual mango, that's the type of flavour that's coming through on the mango. Is it's like maybe an underripe mango.
Yeah, it's a bit green.
So I think that's like when you have that type of flavour, that's kind of what pushes you to be like, I want more from it, because it doesn't feel like it's like fully. It feels like this one is maybe teetering on the edge of being like, I could enjoy it if the flavours were slightly tweaked and there was like a little bit more. It feels for me like I'm missing something on it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of the problem with me for these, is I feel like there's something missing and I just want a little bit more out of it, and then I feel like I could drink it and enjoy it. But yeah, that's that one. So now we'll try the Cloudwater soda, which is the raspberry and rhubarb lemonade. So it's made with Belma hops.
So Belma hops are a fairly new hop, and they give flavours of orange, melon, strawberry and pineapple with a slight hint of grapefruit. So very fruity. Probably a good one. Yeah, with raspberry and rhubarb, that's probably a good one to go with. It's an American hop. Oh, it was released in 2012. So that is very new hop. And it is the daughter of Magnum.
Oh, wow.
And Kitamadori.
I've never heard of Kitamadori.
I've never heard of Kitamadori.
I like that name though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, full disclosure as well, I think this one has the best before date of a few months ago. But it's fine. I'm not really worried about it. It's more the hops fading, I think, than anything else. So we'll find out. Maybe it's still all right. Just want to be transparent in case someone sees that and is like, I had that ages ago. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably did.
Welcome to Stash Busting with Tori and Joe.
So this is more my jam.
This is raspberry red, fizzy pink head.
It is, and it actually has a head on it as well, which is funny. I think this feels less strange for me. This feels more in the realm of what I'm used to drinking. It
definitely smells like raspberry and rhubarb lemonade.
It smells like lemonade, yeah.
Because it is, so it's raspberry and rhubarb lemonade. That's what it's called.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not being stupid, I know. That's what I'm saying, is that actually I do get the lemonade element of it, like, which sometimes...
It smells like jam.
Yeah, for me, I find some things will be labelled as like lemonade, but it's not how I think of as lemonade.
Right, let's get into lemonade for a sec. Right, American lemonade.
Yeah, different.
Right, different from you.
Completely different.
So it's flat, right? Like when people make lemonade,
yes,
it's flat.
Yes.
Is that how you expect when you're in the US? Do you expect lemonade to be flat?
Yes.
Mm. And is it sweet at all?
Yeah.
Like it is sweet.
Yep.
Right.
So basically, the really simple way to make lemonade at home: water, sugar, lemon juice.
Okay. That's kind of like our cloudy lemonade, really, over here. Sometimes it's carbonated, sometimes it's flat. But what did you think about lemonade when you came over here? Were you a lemonade drinker before?
Yes, but it's like, so I would drink like American lemonade, but more so like in summer, and that's just like when you'd make, like, because we'd make it. It's I'm trying to remember like the ratios, but it's something like a cup of lemon juice to a cup of sugar to 6 cups water or something like that. So something, those type of ratios.
Yeah, and
then you just make it, and that would be like in the summer you'd have that.
Okay.
So, I'm used to having that more so in the summer than any other time. Okay. And when I came here, I didn't really think about it too much because it would only be if I really made it. Yeah. And like, you know, it Rick's like with sugar. So I basically was like, we're not really having that. Yeah. I have made it a few times and he's been like, fucking sugar, what are you doing? But I've made it, but I don't even know the first time that I don't even think I had it the first time. I think somebody literally was like, oh, can you buy, or I bought lemonade. And then they've brought around with like a bottle that looks like a Diet Coke in a bottle, sort of that type of like bottle. Yeah. And I was like,
But yeah.
I'm confused.
What's
And I was
that?
really, really, really confused because I was like, that's not lemonade. And I was like, where's the Minute Maid? Where's the I was expecting it to be like in a juice,
Right, in a juice
carton or something, and it wasn't. And then I was like, well, this is weird. And I still don't even think I think I've had it like mixed in with drinks,
right?
But I've never like
Just
had
drunk
it
lemonade,
on its own.
right? Yeah, because I mean, as kids, obviously, we see on TV like the kids with their lemonade stands, and I was
Well, you're like, how do you
and I'm
sell
like,
that?
I was like, how are they making lemonade?
They just buy the bottles,
Have they
dump
got
it
like?
in.
And I was like, have they got like soda streams and they're making it? Because then you're like, then you know they're like with the lemons and stuff, and you're like, so it's just lemon juice? Like that's not what lemonade is. It's all very confusing.
No, it's lemonade diluted. It's lemon and
Obviously,
sugar
as I grew
diluted
up, I
with
worked
water.
out what it was, but like,
So did you ever go to a restaurant and like order in the US and order a lemonade and then you get not what
No.
you're expecting?
no. I mean, I didn't go over to the US till I was 21, so kind of understood all of that.
But
by
did you already
then.
get that experience? Because like for me, I mean, like for me coming over here being 23, I had no idea that was like even a thing.
Yeah, no,
I
I've
guess maybe
worked out.
that's not on TV. Like
Right.
US stuff is on TV.
Yeah, yeah. No, you wouldn't know any different over here. It would like coming over here, but yeah, no, I realised that US lemonade was not the same as UK lemonade, and like I suppose at that point I think I was still drinking Coke, so I'd have ordered a Coke. I wouldn't have necessarily ordered a lemonade.
Yeah.
And also when I had mixers, pre-beer drinking, I was a Archers and Coke drinker. Most people do Archers and lemonade, and I never did. I always did it with Coke. So sweet.
I think that's the first time that I think I saw it was like
the weirdest thing was
my
that I went
in-laws'
over and
house
they
having that.
didn't have Archers, and I was like, "What the fuck am I going to drink?"
Oh, peach schnapps would be
peach
the
schnapps. I was just like, no, but it's not a like having peach schnapps just in a bar isn't very regular. So I end up can't remember what I ended up drinking instead. Found things, Maduri, Malibu.
Fair. Yeah, I think that the lemonade for this side of things is like more American smelling lemonade.
Ooh.
I quite like it actually.
I like it. It's tart. So that'd be rhubarb and
Yeah, I definitely get I get the lemon and I get the rhubarb and I think the raspberry sort of blends in a little bit. I feel like the lemonade element of it is very pronounced, which I like because I like that kind of lemonade. But for me, this is definitely like I personally, if this was more easily accessible and this was available at like restaurants and stuff like that, I genuinely probably would order a Cloudwater soda instead.
I probably would.
Instead of something not instead of something alcoholic, but I probably would choose to like have that if that was an option.
Yeah,
I actually quite enjoy them, and I always find that they're not.
I think their flavour combinations are always really good.
Yeah, and they're more they're more full-bodied flavour.
Yeah,
it's not like just a hint of, or like I don't ever feel like I'm wanting a little bit more. But I think that's obviously probably very different, like their process of making this compared to these other ones.
Yeah,
it's just a different style of soda. But yeah, it just says low calorie adult soft drink, and yeah, I feel like I would, this being more of like a soft drink, when these are more like sparkling waters, it is just a completely different league, I think.
I think if I want, like, if I designated driver, or driving while I'm out with people, I'd go for something more like this than I would a hop water.
Yeah,
I want more flavour. And the Cloudwater sodas are always packed with flavour, whereas I feel like, I don't know, the Only with Love had a good amount of flavour in it. I feel like the other hop waters didn't.
Yeah, so here's just ingredients are carbonated water, fruit juices from concentrate, raspberry, rhubarb, lemon, comminute, and then preservatives. So, and Belma hops. So yeah, I think they're probably it is just like a difference in how they're made and like what the target market is for them. And I'm going to guess this is maybe not, I mean, I wouldn't say it's unhealthy, but it's maybe not as as healthy as maybe the Only with Love one
Yeah,
is, for
it's
example.
probably got more sugar and stuff in it because it's got fruit concentrates in it.
Yeah.
I
But
like it,
it's definitely more my my speed.
definitely
It's
more
definitely
my
more
cup
what
of
I
tea.
enjoy. I think out of all of them, I would probably have an Only with Love again if somebody like had it. If it was like
somewhere, if we like went round somebody's house and they had it, I'd probably drink it.
if I was at a beer festival and somebody was like,
I mean, I'd probably also, if they do, because I know they're gradually doing different flavours, I'd probably try different flavours of it as well. Probably not the hop water.
Yeah.
But the hop soda, I probably would.
Yeah. I think the hop water's just a little bit too.
Yeah.
A little bit too bland for me.
Yeah.
A little bit too carbonated and too bland to go with it. Only with Love's good balance, and this is just completely different.
Cloudwater soda's just a bit different, right?
They do just hit different. I really wish places would stock them more because it is such like you have to order from them if you want it, and that's not a bad thing, I guess. But it's just like if they could get into more venues, it's just like I could imagine going to a gig and being like, oh, if I'm actually going to drive back from that gig, I feel like I could get one of these and still feel like satisfied, even if I didn't have a beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think definitely what I would recommend. Try them all. Especially if you are on the fence and don't know if you like soda water.
Give it a go.
Give them a go.
See how you feel about it. Let us know. Let us know how you feel about it. Tori, if people want to tell you how they feel about hop waters and sodas, where can they get hold of you?
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram at adventures_in_optimism or at Gmail at adventuresinoptimism@gmail.com. If you want to ask us both why we did this if neither of us like hot waters and you want to question us both.
Experiment.
If you want to question our experiments, you can find us at a Women's Brew on Instagram or a Women's Brew podcast at gmail.com. And Joe, if people want to sort of know about the other hop sodas you might have had before.
I've not had that many, so it's going to be a short answer. I can tell you about the peach and Sabro one from Only with Love, though. So if you want to know about that, you can come find me at my beer school, which is Love Beer Learning. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok and Pinterest, but I generally hang out on Instagram. You can also come to my website, which is lovebeerlearning.co.uk, or you can email me at lovebeerlearning@gmail.com. So that's where you can find us. Would you slushy any of these?
I don't think they'd slushy well.
I don't think they'd slushy well either.
I don't think they would slushy.
No.
I mean, I'm down to experiment with it.
I think it would pull out too much bitterness.
I
You
might
definitely need.
I might need to try this now.
Simple syrup with them, I think.
I might need to give it a go now.
Right, there you go. Keep an eye out on Will It Slushy to see if hot water will slushy. Right, so on that note,
cheers.